Hi, welcome to Biology. My name is Melanie Kerr, and I'm your child's teacher this year. A little bit about me. I'm a graduate of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I'm also a graduate of Voorhees High School. I have two daughters in the Lebanon Township school system, and I have two rescue dogs, Juno and Rigby. Rigby on the right is a certified therapy dog, and Juno joined our family this summer. I also am a junior class advisor, I'm a ski club advisor, and an environmental club advisor. A little bit about our course. We're going to focus on living organisms, so things like cells and cell physiology, biochemistry, genetics and heredity, organism biology and physiology, evolution and natural selection, ecology. That's just a few of the topics that we will cover this year. What do you need to be successful? I told your students I'd like them to have a 3-ring binder. Just a 1-inch one will be fine because I like to give them handouts and some packets to keep them organized. And that will keep their papers better than just using a folder. They need something to write with. They need some sort of way to keep track of their assignments or their homework. Some students like an agenda book. Some use more of a digital calendar. And they'll need their Chromebook and their charger. What are my expectations? In terms of attendance and makeup work, we'll follow the school policy on that. Good attendance is always helpful. But even if a student is out, the best thing they can do is to be proactive and to reach out to me via email so that we can figure out what they need to do and what they've missed. It's very important to pay attention to safety rules. We do some real hands-on science. We want to do labs and activities many days of the week. And in order for that to happen, I need students to behave in a safe manner. You'll be receiving a safety contract to review with your child and sign. I expect them to have mutual respect for the others and their belongings. They shouldn't be into other people's things or into my things that don't belong to them. And just a respect for each other and just a shared value in everyone's access to learning. We're here to work together as a class, to work as a team, to create a little community in our classroom. And we are responsible for everyone else's learning, that we're not being a distraction and that we're working together. And then there's just some policy and academic honesty. This is a real high school class, and it's important for students to do their own work individually. You'll see some guidelines come home from me that you can review with your child, and I'm also going to review with them. How do I grade? Pretty simply, total points. Each assignment, the more important the assignment is, the more points that it's worth, meaning tests and labs and bigger assignments are worth more points, and homeworks and things like that are worth less points. Things that we'll do is we'll have labs, we'll have online activities, notes, diagrams, a lot of in-person activities, tests, and it's just points out of points. You can take a look in Aspen and be able to access what your child's grade is. If you have questions, feel free to ask me at any point. What are my goals for this class? I want them to foster a love of learning and of science. I want them to enjoy coming to class and working with their classmates and their peers. I want them to learn some time management and some organization and to form a positive class environment, both with me and each other. It's important for them to start to learn how to ask for help, for them to reach out to me directly, either in person or via email when they have concerns. It's time for them to start to take lead and charge of their education, and also to ask for help of each other. When I can't get to a certain lab group, they need to work with their peers. I want them to learn how to take some notes and to read a textbook and study and prepare. And I want them to learn that they can be successful at something that is challenging. I want them to always do their best. And if they're giving me their best on any given day, then that's the best I can ask for them. And that's what I'm hoping, that they can give me the best that they have to offer at any given day or time. And if they do that, we'll have a successful year and they'll have a successful experience. A few words about lab activities. We move into some real science and using some real equipment. And this is a great responsibility, both on my part and on the students' part. There are alternatives for any assignment that students feel uncomfortable completing. So we have a dissection opt-out form. Whatever your student decides, even if they come in the day of and they decide this particular thing isn't for me, It's not binding. So even if they said that they were interested in participating and they changed their mind the day of, then that's okay. We can accommodate that, and we will come up with some sort of alternative. They will have a safety contract, and we will review safety rules. You'll have to review some safety rules with them as well. So I want you to be on board with some of these safety things. And inappropriate or unsafe behavior will not be tolerated, especially in the lab. It's a lot to supervise and a lot to watch, and there's a lot of responsibility. But I like to treat them as adults. So just remind them that we are starting to use some real lab equipment, and I know the last few years haven't allowed students to have some of those hands-on experiences. So we're really excited to be able to provide that for them this year. How can you help engage your child in conversation about our class? It's always relevant. It's always easy to discuss. And please contact me if there's anything that I can do to help support your child at any point in the school year. Please feel free to reach out, and also have them feel free to reach out. They have my email address, but so you have it. It's listed there on the screen. And my extension is 2069. Please note it goes directly to voicemail, and you'll have to wait till I can get to a phone and give you a return call. But I'm also happy to speak with you. I'm looking forward to a really great year, and we're off to a great couple beginning of days. I love their enthusiasm and excitement to be here at the high school. Thank you again for your time, and I look forward to working with your children.